Through you, to be honest. I came through from MPDC, so it was an internship in
What's MPDC?
Madison Park Development. It's it's like a youth center.
It's a Madison Park is actually is a development corporation, and they do housing and they do youth and they do a lot of work in our community, and they own a lot of property, and but they have a wonderful youth program that is ran by Jenny Matos, who I think that's who first told you about our program, right? And then I think I came to see you all one day. There was about 10 of you all, I think, and a couple of y'all dwindled away. But so tell us, what was your impression? What do you think about the program? Would you refer the program?
I love the program. I love what you do for the students, for the community. You're planting that seed for them to go on and be advocates, and and I love that.
So, what year are you in? Are you about to graduate from high school?
Yeah, I am.
And what do you plan on doing? You told me there's something that you want to do.
I was gonna get into trades, women trades.
Oh, right,
be
right.
An electrician, yeah.
Yeah, right. Actually, I was trying to get a carpenter lady to come in, but she's actually studying for her dissertation to come to the class. So, because I want you all, that's one part that we haven't touched yet, is about the construction field. So I'm hoping that I will have somebody on the 4th talking about that. Now tell me, we have another one of my favorite students, Amani Foster. Hello. Amani doesn't talk much, so I don't even know if he's going to get on the air. You going to get on the air with us? You might as well. Come on.
Yeah, you might as well.
Grab a chair. Okay, we need to get you need to get you a mic. Let's see. Can I grab one? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So I have two of my actually I have three of my students here today. I have Elijah, who's being the cameraman today, who's doing doing the Facebook Live. I have Jada Ostead, and I have Amani. And we are just doing what we do. Good morning, Amani. How are you? I'm good. Thank you for coming this morning.
Yeah.
And you're going to go downtown with us too afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay, so after we leave here, we're actually going to a protest. For some reason, I don't know why I like the protest so much, but I guess because I haven't been doing it in a while. So, Imani, tell us, you go to school, what you do. You're part of our program, Marcus Anthony.
I do film. I love filming videos. I grew up filming videos and different things like that. I tried YouTube a few times. Didn't really work out, but still striving, still pushing, and I go to Priscilla's program. It teaches me how to be a better person, a better man, and how to do certain things in my community.
Amani was real quiet. Actually, this is Amani's second go round with Marcus Anthony. He was, we were trying to get a camera for him so he could be our camera person. So that's on our list of things to get. Because we want to be able to videotape our classes so that we can reuse them, refilm them. So
I thought you were going to B&N so you could use their equipment.
We haven't finalized that yet. You got to do it. We'll probably We'll probably start working on it after graduation, which is in May, because our other youth program starts in June, from June to July. And so we're just, how things take time, right? So tell us some of the things that you all have been doing at Marcus Anthony that you would like to talk about, or some things that you would like to see different, that we could have did better, or things that we did that you did like. And how would you refer the program to any of your friends? Do you think that would be something that your friends would like to participate in?
My friends are kind of older, so I don't really.
Oh, they're older than you.
But yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Or around my age, so.
But you're still in the age range. Yeah, well, how old are you? 21? 22?
Yeah, 20.
That's the age. The age that goes up to, we said 24. We haven't gotten a lot of 24-year-olds, but I think the oldest we have is 22. 21, 22. So that's a good age. That's because the 21s and the 22 can now become like leaders in the program, like, so that you all could help us like craft it and talk about different things that we can do. We didn't make it to the Wachusett, Brockton. We didn't make it there for that. But we are going to a training this Saturday, hopefully. But you've been to protest with me, right? So which one did you go to, Jada?
The Stop the Hunger, I think it was.
Not Stop the Hunger. The poor people's campaign.
Yeah, poor people's campaign.
Same difference, right? Stop the Hunger. So did you like it? I mean, was that
Yeah, it was
was your first time at a protest like that?
Nah, it was, yeah.
So do you think that as a youth that you have a voice in the city?
Most definitely, yeah.
And are you to me don't seem to be the type of person that's afraid to like use your voice. You don't seem like it, yeah. And you either, Amani, but you're just quiet, right?
Yeah.
You're a quiet young man. You like to be behind the scenes.
It depends. Depends on the situation.
So what situation would you like to be up front in?
I mean, if he was doing like a movie or something, I would definitely like show out on that. But
A movie.
other than that, like, I don't know.
So what are you taking up in school?
Just video production.
Just editing and.
Yeah, editing and video.
But when you say video, do you mean video like with? Because everything's different now. It's like.
It's just digital.
Just digital.
Yeah, just digital.
So there's no like film. There's no like CD. There's no.
There's like USBs and stuff like that. Like.
And that's how you.
Yeah, different like SD cards and different things like that.
Because I see different cameras now. I see people like with weird looking cameras. Like they're not even like cameras like these little cameras. They're like they look weird. For lack of a better word, I don't know another word. Sometimes they're like two-tiered.
Are you trying to say that our cameras are weird?
No, no. I'm saying the cameras I'm trying to describe, and I don't know what you call them, but most of the time filmmakers have them. Like I know this guy named Walter the Balter. Google him real quick. And Walter the Balter, and he's a film producer, and his cameras are like they're not like big like wide, but they're like about this big and about this long, and they're strange. I've never seen cameras like that before until the gentleman that edited our graduation. So I wanted you all to see that his camera. That's what I wanted you all to.
So his name is Walter.
Walter the Balter. So, Jada, you want to go into the trades, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said electric and electric?
I was looking for plumbing, but Jeannie said she had a elevator job for me, fixing elevators and doing electrician.
HVAC.
So that's what I might get into.
Okay. Because I know Jeannie is trying to start a program around construction for the youth. So I think that's probably what she's talking about, because if that's what you want to do, that's good, because there's I know one lady electrician. Her name is Stephanie, but there's a lot of different trades, but electric work is good. I ain't gonna say it's that clean, because I've seen some electricians had to get up in the roof and all that too. So
It's a lot.
But you can get into the union. That's the you know
that's my
that
goal.
yeah. So if Jeannie does this training, that'll be great. That'll really be good.
I'm with Katrina. Katrina.
Yeah, yep. Over there on Washington at work too.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm happy to see that you found your. Oh, somebody said they wanted to be a police officer. Was it you, Marty?
No.
She keep trying to find that police officer.
There was somebody in our class that said that. I just can't remember who it was. But
I think it's the guy that I don't even know his name.
what?
He's like
What do you look like?
skinny, kind of bald.
Skinny and kind of bald.
He's a little kid. He come in sometimes.
Deshaun.
I think so. I'm not too sure.
He's petite, real like thin.
She ain't bald.
Huh?
He's
He
not bald.
no, he ain't bald. He's not bald. But yeah. I didn't even. Elijah's not on air, but Elijah, have you decided what you want to do when you graduate from high school? You haven't thought about it?
Record calls, I guess. I don't know.
Record calls?
Oh, go to college.
Oh, go to college. Okay, what do you want to take up?
Whatever I'm best at, probably.
Do you have any idea? Because how do you know what you're best at?
No idea.
You have no idea. What do you like to do? I think that's where it starts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Besides be on TikTok. Can you make a career out of TikTok?
Sure.
A lot of people do it, right?
A lot of people do it. They make tens of thousands of dollars off that. I
Really?
don't know how they do it though.
I know. I would like to know too. Do you have any idea? You, Jada?
It's I don't know how to explain it. It's really a lot of stuff on TikTok. You can go viral. I wouldn't say a career, but you could definitely start like a platform and get yourself going. Like if you got merchandise or whatever you're trying to sell, or like I see a lot of people do hair products, facial products. Like you can sell your stuff off on TikTok.
So I mean, cause don't people sell stuff like on like Facebook and Instagram and?
Facebook market too, but TikTok has been blowing up lately. So like it's a lot of people on there, you know.
Wow.
A lot of younger people.
Oh, the younger people at TikTok, right?
Yeah, and that's how you really sell your brand. Like how you sell what you know. It's fast, and that's how people make music and it blows up.
That too, you can put your music on there. You know.
Interesting. I'm Pastor. Who would have thought that in this day and age that we would depend so much on electronics? You know, I mean everything. And electricity. It's just like if you don't have no electricity, you can't do anything. You can't get on your computer, your phone. You know what happens when the lights go out? Everybody be like, because so many things are geared toward us having electricity, and now they want to make all the cars electric. What do y'all think about that?
I feel like it's the new day and age thing, you know. I feel like everything's gonna, what's the word I'm looking for?
Just gradually improve.
Yeah, you know, definitely. What he said, that everything's gonna improve.
It's gonna get better or worse?
No, it's gonna, I mean, both, yeah. Yeah.
Because everything is going fast, but it's sad though, some of the things that you see, like with the breaking news and all the things that are happening in this world today, and I guess that's why I do the work that I do, to try to steer our young adults and our youth in a different direction and give them a voice, so that they know that they have a voice. It's difficult to, like with this protest that we're this I'm gonna stop saying protest, this demonstration or this rally, I'll say, for lack of a better words. It's more than words. So it's young adults do not belong in the adult criminal justice system, and I agree with that. I agree that because of your brain really doesn't. It says 25 years Brain science shows that young adult brains continue to develop until age 25. There is a well-documented dropping criminal misconduct, the age crime curve of desisting from crime that comes with maturation into the early 20s. So they're saying that at 25, you really don't even really become an adult or even aware of what you're doing in your life until you're about 25 years old. So it says approximately 80% of individuals in the adult criminal justice system were once in foster care. Poor transition supports and the long-term impacts of childhood trauma have created a trauma to prison pipeline. You know, these statistics are very disturbing. 47% of people in adult jails have not completed high school, while young people in DYS are required to attend school every day and have easier access to special education resources. There's a couple of bills that are at the State House about these. You know what? So it says what needs to change. This is rather than create emerging adult initiatives in the adult system, we need to divert young adults into community programs or to be served in the juvenile system. Massachusetts already recognized emerging adults as a distant population. Our child welfare, healthcare, education, labor, and other agencies have all created dedicated policies and programs to support young adults past 18. The Commonwealth should be creating alternative strategies and off-ramps to move as many young adults out of the adult system as possible. We need more diversion programs to raise the age to serve more in the juvenile justice system and transparent data on the harm perpetrated by our systems. So, how do we do this at More Than Words? We are a lead partner for a grant-funded pilot program with the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office, the Center for Law, Brain, and Behavior, and other community partners to divert emerging adults at the Boston Municipal Court. Our staff accompanies youth to court to communicate with defenders, prosecutors, and judges to ensure a problem-solving approach that would keep our youth on track and out of jail. We center the voices and perspective of young people in district attorney and mayoral debates, roundtable discussions, and meetings with elected officials and system leaders. So there are some legislation that's out there, and that's what we're going to be doing this afternoon when we go to the State House, maybe talking to some of our legislators. But there's legislation out there that they've been working on. Some of our elected officials have been working on. One of them is raise the age, and that's House H1710 and Senate S942. These are the numbers of the bills. So if anybody's interested, you can go to the state mass.gov and put in these bills numbers. The H is for the House and the S is for the Senate. So the raise the age says is in the automatic prosecution of older adolescents as adults by raising the age of the juvenile jurisdiction and the related collateral consequences. Diversion H1495 S940 allow judges to consider youth conduct when charged under certain low-level offenses. And there's a couple more. Expungement H1451 increase the number of cases eligible for expungement and limit FBI access to fingerprint records of youth. And the last one is data transparency H1802 S931 require data be collected and publicly reported at major legal systems decision points disaggravated for, that's not right, for juveniles by age. I mispronounced that word, disaggravated. So, More Than Words is leading this. And we want to be support because I believe that, and I didn't even know that 80% of individuals in the adult system were once in, that are in adult criminal system were once in foster care. So I say that the state, that system needs to be looked at, the foster care system, because if you're getting 80% of the individuals coming from foster care, that's a problem. Because you're supposed to go into foster care to get a better life, to have a better home, you know. And some folks just don't. I don't know. I don't think they get it. I don't think they understand why they have the children in their home. I really don't. Some are very loving parents. I know this for a fact. And then there are some that it don't work. But tell me, so you're graduating this year, and Amani, when are you coming out of Roxbury community?
Probably in like 2 more years.
So you're going for a 4-year? You going to a 4-year program, or is it 2-year?
Nah, it's gonna be 2.
2.
I might switch to like a university or something.
You thinking about transferring to a university, or you just, are you? But you got your side hustle, right?
Yeah.
And that's your filming.
Yeah. Film sitting on
You-
the side, different things like that.
What'd you say? So I know. So yeah, this is People Power with Priscilla. We are the people. We have the power. You can give us a call. I have 2 of my young students here with me today. Call us and ask us about Marcus Anthony. Marcus Anthony was a young man who some of you all may not know. My program was named after him because he was 31 years old and was shot and killed on June 14, 2016, taking his 4-year-old son Yoda to the barber shop. And so he was trying to get things started in Boston. He started a program called Booth, Brothers Out of the Hood, and CAP, Community Action Plan, where he was really trying to make a change and make a difference in some of the young folks' lives, including his own son. And his life, and he was struck down and taken. So we decided that because he worked with us and we knew him, and he did a lot of good things for our community. And we have connected with his sons and his son's mother, and we're going to be doing some collaboration together. Actually, his son's mother, named Shakira McIntosh, she actually gives parties, free birthday parties for people who have lost their parents. So this parties are for children who have lost their parents, whether it be homicide, whether it be an accident, whether it be a disease. But she has picked up that mantle to do that. And very pleasant young lady. She's came to one of our classes. She actually even came to a fundraiser we went to with Mike Jacoby Brown. What did you all think about that? What did you think about that, Jada?
It was dope. I loved it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
The people were nice, huh? Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's interesting, you know, how different things work, how people will if they think you're doing something good and they think you're doing it for the right reason, they will invite you in, and everybody ain't gonna invite you into their home and feed you and invite their friends to come over and give you money. Because basically that's what it is. But being a nonprofit, this is what we have to do. But we are having our graduation on May 19th from 2 to 6. It's a Sunday at the Bruce Bowling Building. I guess you say I don't do my events but nowhere else but the Bruce Bowling Building. But I'm going to change one day. But right now, it's going to be at the Bruce Bowling Building on the 6th floor. And I'm excited. Actually, we got our keynote speaker is going to be Dr. Ingrid Tucker. And I'm sure you all know her from Madison Park. She's the deputy director there. And so it's going to be fun, music. We're trying to get everything situated and be on time, be on point with our event. We want our youth to invite their parents, their family. We are looking for sponsors, and yeah, so check us out at www.maheii.org. That's maheii.org. Marcus Anthony Hall Educational Institute. And so we have more students, but this is a couple more were supposed to come, but I don't know, but things change. It's what's this, vacation week, so people, their minds change, things they want to do, but I really appreciate you guys for coming, and I appreciate you for coming with me to downtown to stand up for you all's rights, really, because
Are you taking the train downtown, or are you taking your
leave my car alone.
car?
I'm taking my car. Listen, don't talk about my car, Pastor. Just because you got a new little car sitting out there.
That car belongs to my son. He's
He's
loaned it to
borrowing
me.
you. He's letting you borrow it.
Right, and I better not mess it up.
I kept saying, Pastor got a new car. Pastor got a new car. That doesn't even look like you, though. But I was like, Pastor got a new car.
I used to be cool in my prime. I'm an old man now, so that's why you're saying it doesn't fit me.
Yes. So tell. So what do you all plan on doing for the summer?
Working.
Working.
Just work.
That's all you're gonna do? Is work? You don't have a
Travel,
plan?
trips,
We wanna try to take the program at least down to DC. We're gonna try to see if we can do that, make that happen.
Didn't you try to make that trip like last year?
Huh? We
Yeah,
tried. It
yeah,
didn't work. It's a lot that has to you got to go through to get these trips, but we're working on it. We're gonna see what we can do. Maybe in the month of June, a weekend or something, we might be able to go down. We just got to talk to some people. Because I would love for us to visit, like, Ayanna Presley's office, Elizabeth Warren, the people that represent us, I'd like to see them face to face. And,
Museums too. Museums down there too.
the museums. That's why I really want to go. I want to see the new museum. But there's so many museums down there in
You go to
D.C.
the African American one.
I know that. I that's the one I really want to go to, but there's so many other ones. And then I think sometimes you got to order. So you still have to order tickets in advance.
No, you can just go in there.
You can just go in now.
Yeah.
You don't. I gotta better check that out. No, I think you do, especially if it's a group. I think you do have to call because you can't just walk in there with a group.
I mean, if it's a big group, maybe, but not. When I went over there, it wasn't like that.
How long ago? I mean, how did you go by yourself or
No, I went with a group.
went with a group?
It was like a
Okay,
year
with
ago.
school?
No,
Oh, okay.
the program.
A program.
Mhm.
Okay. But did you enjoy it? The museum?
It was okay.
It
We
was-
did a bunch of things down there.
Yeah.
We had our own like Airbnb and different things like that.
Oh yeah.
We
Okay.
chilled there for like a week. We went to some college basketball games, different things like that.
Okay.
hmm
That sounds like fun. So, Jed, have you been doing any traveling?
Yeah. I went to Miami. I just came from Cape Cod yesterday. I mean, it's not really far, but we was up there grilling and whatnot. And
Yeah, it was a nice
fishing.
day.
Yeah, it was cool.
Fishing?
Yeah.
You like to fish?
Yeah.
I used to fish when I was a little girl. I don't think I can fish no more.
That's dope.
Nah. But there's, summer's coming, spring. There's a lot of different things that are going on, in the community. There's a lot of things that's going on that needs our attention. They talking about the reparations, all this housing. There's just so much. It's like every day there's a meeting or a hearing or something. But the budget hearings are coming up. And we really have to be on point with the budget hearings, people. If you want to know anything about what's going on in the city council around the hearings, you could go to www.boston.gov, put in city council hearings, or if you're looking, there's a lot of information on the web, on the boston.gov web that if you're looking for. But we definitely have to be in tune to those meetings. We're still having prayer. Our next prayer will be the first Wednesday in May. We had to skip April, but we will be back down there in May for those who are interested in coming. It's first Wednesday in May. We don't have a flyer yet, so when I get the flyer, we'll make sure we get it out to folks. And so, do you all have any questions for me?
Besides Marcus Anthony, what made you want to start this program? I mean, I know it's for him, but was you doing anything before?
Yeah, I used to run a program called BG, the Black Economic Justice Institute. And my first protest was at the Bruce Bowen building. And we stood out there for weeks protesting because they didn't have a lot of black people. They didn't have a lot of females and Boston residents on the jobs. And that was an ordinance that was written back in 1983 that there should be 50%. This was the ordinance back there. 50% Boston residents, 25% people of color, and 10% females on all construction projects. But of course, we know, anybody walking up and down the street know that does not happen. So because we were right in the middle of Roxbury, and they made all these promises about how they, was going to have all these new jobs, and, they were going to build wealth in Roxbury, in our community. And basically, there was 500 jobs downtown. They just transported them up here into Roxbury. They created some new jobs, yes, but the majority of new jobs that were at Court Street are now and on Washington Street in Roxbury. And so although I worked for the city of Boston, I ran their payroll for like 20 years, and so I knew I saw a lot. I went through a lot, and just was not really happy the way the system was acting. And I ran for office in 2019, and I just felt like there was a need. I've always been an activist. I've helped start several organizations in the city: Mothers for Justice and Equality, BECMA, Black Economic Council of Massachusetts, Boston Job Coalition. I mean, just a lot of organizations that are doing social justice work, because I always felt like, I feel like I have the Harriet Tubman spirit. I want my people free, liberation. And we're sometimes I don't feel like we are. Have you heard of the Willie Lynch letter? Look it up, and it'll tell you. It's basically, it's about this man named Willie Lynch, who wrote a letter to the slave owners, and told them, I know how you can keep your slaves fighting against each other, or keeping them under control. And he talks about how you pit the light skin against the dark skin, the long hair against the short hair, the field person versus the house. Yeah, I don't want to say the word. Yeah, but and so basically, it's a seed, a racist seed that is implanted into our people, and a lot of us are going through some of the things that we're going through because of slavery, unfortunately. But if we as black people could come together and really pool our resources, there's things that we can do to better ourselves, to take care of ourselves, so that we don't, it's about trust, it's about resources, and it's about love. I feel like we need to love our neighbor as ourselves, and sometimes we don't like our neighbor, but I feel like a lot of us we're in this struggle. We're kind of like in the same boat, if you think about it. It's just that they pit us against each other. People that come from other countries, they tell them, oh, don't deal with Americans, blacks, they're lazy, they're this, they're that. Yet we built this country free. You know, they have gotten so much free labor out of us. I think it's Kevin Peterson that says 15 billion isn't enough. You know, I mean, I feel like we should get some type of reparations. We built this country, and I don't know how you figure it out. I don't know, but it's just it got to be figured out because they owe us. They really do. They really owe us, and so I'm here to do the best that I can do, and what I feel like I can do is work with the youth, and instilling them, empowering them, and let them know that you are somebody. You know, nobody doesn't have to talk down to you or talk at you. They can talk to you. You know, a lot of the times people say, "Oh well, the young folks did this, the young folks did that." But have you listened to them? Have you talked to them? Have you gave them a hug? Have you said, "I love you"? You know, you gotta. Our youth are our stars, and they're not even our future now. I mean, you two are at the age y'all could run for office. You know, you're both over 18. You know, you could, if you wanted to, you could get out there and run. People do it every day. They just wake up and say, "Oh, I'm gonna run for office." They don't know, have a clue what to do. But you know, a lot of people don't like politics either. You know, because of the way that it's perceived, or the way that it actually is, because it's what you see is what you get. You know, a lot of times our elected officials, the only time you see them is during election year, and that's the truth. You know, and that's why I work with organizations like Mass Voter Tables, because we have to learn how to get our people out to the polls. It's one thing to register them, but it's another thing to actually get them to the polls. And if they don't, you may not like the candidate, right? So write your name in, or blank them, or write somebody else's name in. But the bottom line is that we need to be counted, you know, so our vote counts. Because when you call down to City Hall, the first thing they want to know is, are you a registered voter, you know? And if you don't vote, they ain't gonna listen to you, unfortunately. But that's how the system is. You know, and people say my vote don't count, and I say the only time it don't count is when you don't cast it, because you could do, like, say if a lot of people don't like a certain person that they're running against, right? Well, if a whole bunch of people blank them, then they'll know, because they know how many people blank them too. They'll be like, oh, well, they're not happy with me, you know. But it's people get in by little or nothing of votes, so that's why I try to do what I can do with our youth and with our adults, our young adults, because you all can do it. You all can do it. You know, I mean, you don't need. You all have your own mind, and you all can come up with good things to do for yourself, for your family, for your community. It's just a matter of getting someone to listen to you, someone to work with you. And it's not easy. Life is not easy, you know, but we all have crosses to bear. But I think this program, I'm hoping and praying that Marcus Anthony will be going on long after I'm gone, you know, and I think it's a good cause. I think it's a good program. And I'm not just saying it because I started it and I founded it, but other people say that too. you know what I mean? So let's see. Yeah, we got a little bit more time. So I feel like I'm tugging at you guys. So y'all help me out here. Y'all probably be my guests.
I was gonna ask you a question.
Yeah, ask me a question.
What keeps you going, and what's your drive?
What keeps me going?
Yeah, what's your drive?
My drive?
Yeah.
God. That's my drive.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do what I do. Because if I didn't have God in my life, I'd be a mess. And that's what keeps me going. My love for Jesus. Because who wants to get up every morning at 6 a.m. and go do a protest? But not only did I do that, but now I get up at 6 a.m. and I have prayer with my prayer group, you know? And so I think that's what keeps me going. That's because I don't have any children. I lost my children. my two children. So that's what keeps me going. God, the youth, the mission. You know, I want to see some real change. You know, not that phony stuff. I want to see something like. And things are happening. You know, there are things all over the world. You know, every day with all the social media. I mean, people are doing fantastic things. A lot of good stuff. You know, but it just seems like, for some reason, sometimes I feel like Boston. I feel like we're stuck somewhere. Like stuck. But I believe that change is gonna come. That's my theme song. And change is coming. Change happens every day, you know. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But yeah.
Are you gonna make any more books?
Yeah. I'm trying to, I have 2 more books inside of me. I just have to get the time to write them. That's what it is. Me sitting down for a couple days and just writing. I want to. I don't know if I am though.
Is it gonna be about your life or it's gonna be something different?
I already wrote about my life once.
It's gonna be like later in your life.
Yeah. I have two books that I want to write about. One is called The Real City Hall, and that's gonna be about the journey in City Hall. What happens, what doesn't happen, how you can make things happen, because it's rough up in there in City Hall to work. You know, you have to work every day, especially when you work around folks that are racist. You know, they smile in your face, but they really don't care nothing about you. And you have to deal with people that make decisions. I always say that they make decisions downtown that affect us, and we don't have anything to say about it. We don't have anything to do about it because we're not there in the room. That's why I want people to know about the budget. That's why I want to start my little program, Senior Soldiers, where the senior soldiers go down to the City Hall and see what's going on. Because if you watch them, they act different. If you ever notice when you go down to City Hall to a hearing or something, and the place is packed and there are a lot of people around. The city councils, they act different, you know, and there are a lot of different. They're young. I said some city councils are young, you know. Some are in their 20s, you know, and so that shows you that it's changing. The whole makeup of City Hall is changing, and so there's funding for anything that we could possibly ever want to do, you know. So I say let's do it. Let's get it done. I know we're going to be doing some farming this year, this summer, with Makaji. She's a urban farmer, so she's going to be teaching us how to grow our own food and stuff. There's a lot of things that we can do, really, to start our own little at home, start our own business from our house, you know. We don't always have to work for somebody, you know. We can work for ourselves, you know, but you got to learn somewhere. So I guess that's where the working for somebody goes. But then after, when you got it, you know, why keep making them rich? Go make yourself rich, you know. And that's what I see a lot of especially younger people doing, is starting their own. Like after COVID, it just seems like, you know, a lot of people were able to just get their ideas out there, get their books written, you know, their businesses started. And so we as black people, we are moving. We moving. We just moving a little bit too slow, you know. That's the thing. And we just gotta, we definitely have to learn how to collaborate with each other, you know. We can't just do it by ourselves, right, Pastor? So, how many more minutes do I have?
7.
7, that's it? 7 minutes?
Yep, 7 minutes.
Okay. You have anything you want to say? Ask my young folks?
No. I was focusing on this. No, I don't. How would you like to have your own broadcast? Have you ever broadcasted before? Either of you? No?
Something like that.
Have you ever together your own video with you singing or speaking to people?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the response to it?
Oh, it was on TikTok. And it went viral. It was like a funny video. So,
You know, there's a move afoot to stop any of us from using TikTok. You know that?
yeah, I've heard.
And it's coming out of Washington, D.C., and they're waiting for the bill to pass so that the president could sign it, and it will ban TikTok in the United States. Are you shocked at something like that?
Not shocked, no. I guess they said that people in China was watching us or something.
Yeah, what the allegations is that it comes from China, made by the Chinese, and that they are using it as a way of extrapolating information from
Right.
anybody who uses it.
So now it's a safety hazard, you know. So I understand why they're trying to ban it. So
Yeah, and I don't know if what they're alleging is true or not true, but I took TikTok off of my phone because anything with surveillance, if they're talking about it at that level in Washington and feel that it's an issue, I didn't want anyone coming into my phone and
no,
pulling
of
out
course,
anything. So
Mm.
you've never heard that before?
No, I have.
You have heard it?
Like years ago, yeah. But they said they're gonna, shut it down. They don't even shut it down, for real.
The other thing is that the other way they were going to handle it is that they were going to say, if some Americans would buy it, who purchase it from the Chinese, we'll let it stay. And so there was negotiation going on with what billionaire in our country would invest money in TikTok. That's the only way that it's going to stand, because I think they're very close to passing the bill. So if they shut it down, how do they get it off of your phone? How do they stop you from using it?
they take it out of the app store.
But you already have the app.
Doesn't matter. They could take it right
They
off
could
your
just
phone.
take it right off.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but TikTok wasn't TikTok at first. It was Musically. It was like a different type of app, and that app got destroyed.
You're right. I remember because I used to see videos like dancing and stuff. I know Julia here used to dance a lot on TikTok, but I didn't realize that it's no longer just dance. It's like everything now,
It's
right?
everything.
It's just like another platform like Instagram or something like that. Is it you're saying? And they're saying because they don't want to, because they feel like the Chinese are spying on us, and they want to pull the TikTok, or is it because people are making a lot of money?
No, they feel that we're being spied on by the Chinese. That's what intelligence has said.
Yeah, because people make money off of ad revenue, and
Mhm.
people invest a lot into ad revenue, like a lot of money. They invest like millions and different things like that. That's how people get their money, basically. When people watch your ads,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like little timestamps or it's just little things
Mm-hmm.
on the app. And yeah, like donations too. You get donations. People donate, just like Twitch streamers, TikTok streamers.
But the thing with TikTok, you can only go so many minutes on that, right? You can't go a whole hour on it, can you?
On live? Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, you can go live on TikTok.
I don't. This stuff just happens too quick. I'm still on Facebook, but I'm on Instagram too, and I do
Facebook
have
can
it.
make you a lot of money though.
Huh?
Facebook can make you a lot of money though.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Let me know. Let's have a conversation.
I know of some bloggers who are making millions of dollars on YouTube. People are making a boatload of money on YouTube, but without little effort. Just a microphone and talking and bringing certain guests on that people want to hear from. And what they're talking about doesn't even have to be true. They're taking one person's head, putting it on somebody else's body, and talking about relationships. It's some immoral things. It's crazy, and they're getting away with it and making millions of dollars.
There's certain tricks to that. I know certain tricks, but I'm not gonna say too much on here.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't divulge the
I'm not
secrets.
gonna I'm not gonna air everybody out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I don't know. I'm this internet stuff and this social media. If you have to be a part of it, if you're gonna like really get anything done, you have to have some type of social